Hello and welcome back to Road to KSP2. Today we're messing around with some new heavy rockets, but before we get into that, please make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and maybe even ring that little, the little bell right there. Yeah. We're three subscribers away from 200, so that'd be awesome if you could get us there. But anyway, we're starting off with the Saturn 1 today. It's a Sarnis probe. It is not the Saturn 1B, although that rocket is kind of cool because it was lit the entire way up. Other than that, yeah, so it's basically a probe that'll go all the way out to Sarnis and do some science out there for us. We haven't really done anything out at Sarnis and any of the other outer planets. Yeah. So hopefully that'll, be successful for us. So we got two of those giant solar panels on there, and hopefully those three little dishes on the top will allow us to still be able to communicate with Kerbin. I haven't exactly tested it out, but I do believe it should be able to. And if not, if like Duna is ever in range or anything like that, if Duna is ever closer, it should be able to communicate. I hope. But for the most part, it should be able to communicate on its own. I do believe that the probes that are around Joule, or once they reach Joule, should also be able to communicate, at least for some of the year, with Sarnis. So hopefully that'll work. So yeah, right now we're currently adding our little maneuver node around Sarnis, and we are about to ignite the rest of, I think, stage 3. It's weird that that in Kerbal Space Program they kind of do the Russian staging, so we're in stage 7, but that's all right. I believe this is stage 2 or stage 3. Anyway, we're finishing off stage 2. And now we're on stage 3. And yeah, stage 3 for the most part will rocket us all the way out to Sarnis. And as we are now very close to completing our burn, as you can see, there's not very much fuel left in there. Just enough for a couple correction burns. Anyway, here we are with Series 2 and our new reusable rocket, CDSM-5. Yep, it's a mouthful. CDSM-5 stands for Castillo de San Marcos 5. It's the next version of our old rocket. This one can haul up to 50 tons into orbit, and the name Castillo de San Marcos comes from the fort in St. Augustine, Florida. I was debating either naming it the Matanzas or the Castillo de San Marcos rocket series, but it is all fine with me. Anyway, here we are, slowly heading down to the surface on our main rocket while the second stage performs its circularization burn. One mistake I did was doing a boost back burn. The boost back burn I should not have done, for mainly the reason that I ran out of fuel. I only had about 38 meters per second left, and so I even tried to do anything in my power to make sure I still had some fuel, but it did not work. Anyway, as we cut back to the second stage, it has just finished its circularization burn, and the second stage is now on its way to deorbit and land at the KSC. So we are currently deorbiting it, and there it is. That's its deorbit burn, and it'll, not slowly but quickly head down to the surface. And on the top left, you can see that we are currently creating our maneuver node out to Ceres. So yeah, here's our probe coming in. I wanted to land right on the launch pad, but because I had enough fuel, but then I turned on the automatic landing thing, and it just deployed the parachutes and the legs. So yeah, it's fine. I do like these legs for the upper stage. It kind of makes it look a little bit like a robot, and yeah, I think it looks cool. Anyway, here we are we've basically already made our encounter. I just have to do some maneuver node editing for our next stage, which will be in about 2 years. Yeah, it's gonna be a while. And for some reason, I cut back over to the Saturn rocket and I move it around a little bit. I did its correction burn and yeah, basically set its orbit around Sarnis. Here we are with our last launch of the day, the FA4, which stands for Foundry Edition 4. So this edition will be just more part containers, more storage, so that we can eventually build the KSS Jarby Star. I don't remember what KSS stands for anymore, but that's what it's going to be. So there we are. I badly edited this section. Whoops. But here you go. You see us landing at the surface, and here's our second stage, moving on to our circularization burn. The circularization burns do take quite a while, and while I'm talking about that, here's some updates on my broken arm. Alright, it's doing pretty good. I got this little plastic cast thing on, and I can take it off and stuff. It's pretty chill. That's about it. Alright, well, now that the rocket parts container has finished its circularization burn, I had to deorbit it with the very little fuel it had left. It had very little fuel. We really pushed it. That was about, I think like 60 tons or something like that. Like, yeah. Or no, I think it was about 50. Yeah, we really pushed the fuel on this thing. Anyway, the second stage is off doing its burn out to the Foundry, and here we are coming in hot on the second stage. It's about to overshoot the KSC, but that's okay because the parachutes can slow it down enough so that it really doesn't need to ever like get to the KSC. It's just nice for that 100% reusability bonus. Anyway, here's the second stage. It's a little bit blurry. There have been multiple editing failures in this episode. Yeah, it's been a bit. So anyway, we didn't need all the fuel in the world because our monopropellant could get us there anyway. So the monopropellant, it's performing perfectly. And yeah. We are currently slowing down. We're not slowing down, we're speeding up. We're speeding up to catch up to it, because that's how orbital mechanics works. So yeah, so we're speeding up to catch up, and then we will start doing our encounter burns. So here we are. I basically set it there, and then I sped up till we get close enough. And we will be approaching very close in just a second. Man, there it is. There's the Foundry in all of its glory, and we will be attaching to the side of it's like the truss structure on the actual International Space Station, but it's not. It's specifically it's a storage structure, I guess. Yeah. Anyway, I started going in, and something happened with the magnets right here, and it caused it to rotate 90 degrees. So, I have a plan. I'm going to make Bob Or is that Bob or Bill? Either way, I'm gonna make whoever that is hop out and slam into the solar panel and then go back inside. It's fixed. Now things can dock there without, breaking. Hooray! Anyway, peace out.